Give me your elevator pitch for how to get better at golf. You know, if you're standing in an elevator with a golfer.
My 30-second one is to understand how to absolutely put the club face on the ball correctly. There's the tool in our hand with a golf club is a tool. And my father, who was a toolmaker and a machinist, but the idea was, my dad told us both one day, he said, you know, boys, you don't pound nails with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Every tool is designed to give you a mechanical advantage of some kind, otherwise it's no good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, when you look at a golf club, it isn't obvious what the mechanical advantage is.
No.
And once you understand that mechanical advantage, it's easy.
Okay.
It's easy to use because you're using it correctly instead of backwards. You have to understand how to apply the tool to the backside of the ball. You have to understand that. Good news is, it's not that hard to do. It's just hard to think it's a good idea to do it for people. The idea of understanding what goes on with the impact zone, with the best players in the world, teaches us how the tool is designed to be used. Not your body. How is the tool designed to be used? And that's the way everybody that's out there playing golf and having trouble playing figures the way this club's made to be used is trying to slide this under it a little bit, isn't it? So the idea of taking the face and doing this motion where you take the face and actually lean it forward this way, as you hit it, is 180 degree different. So you lean the face forward. You're not cheating the club. You're using it the way it's designed to be used. The idea of this is that when you try to hit the ball as low as you can, what would you do with the club face? You'd lean it forward, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And keep this like that so it's not open when you hit it, right? But this is what I want you to do. Take that top of the face, de-loft it, and take it right over top of the ball this time.
Okay.
See how high that went?
Now, was that too high for your liking, AJ?
Oh, no.
Because I was trying to hit it low, but it went high.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
And that's what it does. It's just you wouldn't think that's the motion you would use to hit a high shot, is it? And yet, so many people, when I talked to them and where they came from in golf was, they said, well, they put that much loft on the club. That's how much I'm supposed to have at the moment of impact. And so the handle and the head should be even with one another, and that's where it should be. If I'm trying to make my 8-iron be a real 8-iron and be that many degrees at impact.
Yeah.
Wrong. So you have to lean it forward, and if the nail that you had to pound was this big,
okay,
and you had to pound it downhill about 15 degrees,
that
wouldn't be a hard task, would it? If you had a long-handled hammer like that, and this was down on the ground?
Like that?
Yeah, and you pound it, wouldn't you? Yes, my intention is to be ahead at impact. The angle that you see among good players coming down, that's not the cause of good shots. It's the result of knowing you're going to be at impact out front. Okay. You don't need to hold the angle ever. Okay. What you want to do is make sure your impact position is with the handle ahead of the club and ball at impact. So you see, using the club face correctly, meaning the top is leaning into the ball as you hit it, takes care of so many things.
But you're saying as long as you have that intention,
you know what to do. You know you can do that.
It's just like
it doesn't happen too fast. You can make this do whatever you want to do by knowing ahead of time where you're going to be past the ball, right? With that hand leaned forward.
Yeah.
Like that hand going this way. You never flip the bottom of the club during impact. You always take the top over the bottom. That's your job. So our tension is on where we're going to hit, make contact with that anticipated moment of impact, isn't it? Yeah. In golf, the anticipated moment of impact gets lost because everyone's thinking about this, how to take the shoulder back and how to move the hips and how to drive the right leg in. And somehow we got this notion in golf that, well, we don't know about impact. We just make the swing and then the swing takes care of that.
Gets in the way, yeah.
Sorry. You have to understand how to apply the tool to the backside of the ball. You have to understand that. My thinking brain, my cognitive brain, is ahead in time of the activity, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to pound a nail with a hammer.
Yeah.
My attention isn't on how I took the hammer back, is it?
No.
Ever. It's on how I'm going to bring it to here in a second or so, am I not? What we have in golf is we got this idea that this circular elliptical swing that we have in golf, you have to understand how to make that elliptical curvature work for you and do that all with the body. Oh, look.
Yeah.
You don't ever worry about those when you pound straight nails, do you? You take the hammer and you drive the nail. Yeah. Take the hammer, you drive this nail. If I had a nail through there and I had to drive it downhill 15 degrees, that would be a straight line downhill driving the nail. It wouldn't be part of a curved line, would it, in your mind? It's amazing. So it's a clean way of attacking the ball because the ground behind the ball is not in the way now, is it?
No.
Because you're coming downhill 15 degrees when you make contact with the ball first and continue down, you take a divot afterwards, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So that's what we see with the best players. Hit the ball, take a divot afterwards, right? And yet, when I see people on the lesson tee, their concept is that they get the club down under the ball and they want it to be as close to the ground as possible 4 inches before impact so that they can slide it under the ball.
Yeah.
Well, no, then they hit it fat and think, well, I was too steep. No, you weren't too steep. You got the club too close to the ground before you hit it.
When you're doing the correct thing, when your brain is focused on the correct thing, which is the task at hand, and if you give it the correct task, all the other stuff, all of the mechanics, all of the things that just naturally happen, they melt away. They don't exist in your mind anymore. And you can simply focus on hitting the golf ball. I remember AJ saying something to the effect of, there really is no golf swing. There is only you using a tool and trying to apply that tool to the golf ball. Basically what he's saying is that we get lost in positions. We think about all these different places that we need to place the club during the swing and how the swing should look. But he's saying, don't think about the swing. Don't think about positions. Don't think about where you are in space at any given time. Laser focus your mind on the task at hand. And the task that he uses quite often, and he does a great visual representation of this, where he takes a golf ball and he's driven like a long sort of spike through it. And then he refers to that spike, you're trying to drive that spike into the ground at a 15-degree down angle with your irons. But you're trying to drive that spike into the ground with the club face. But in a sense that where your hand is in relation to that club face, it's almost like you're applying your hand to drive that spike into the ground. And when you do that, you get a couple of things happen. And I've experimented with this myself, and I'm moving forward with it in my golf game and trying to apply this very logic because I have found it to be extremely sound and very, very helpful. But when you do that, you get a level of compression on that golf ball that is just, it's concussive. It's like thumping into the earth. It compresses not only against the club face, but it compresses against the ground. The sound, the compression, just the feel that you get, the feedback out of that club, you know. You hit middle and you know you compressed that golf ball as far as you possibly could. You compressed it and it rebounded, explodes off of the center of the club face. As I went along and I was playing with this is kind of what washed over me. I started to realize very quickly that in focusing my brain only on applying the tool, golf club, to the golf ball, when my brain was focused on that and that was my only intent was to drive that nail in at that 15-degree down angle, I was unaware that I even had a golf swing. And the feeling you had was almost the face was leaning over the top of the golf ball like it was inverted, like it was pushing down on the golf ball. And I think the reason that I felt that was because I was actually feeling what my right hand was doing. My right hand had that forward shaft lean, and the handle was leading the club head like everybody wants. And that feeling was all that I was focused on. There was zero mechanical thought. The only thought was completing the task at hand and trying to complete it as best as I could and produce the best strike possible. It's fantastic stuff. And like I've said in other videos, I feel like this is what the average amateur golfers need. This is what we all need.